guys, we're about to get started here. Alright guys, we will be starting it up soon. What needs to happen is CDR will pick their last tank here, and then we will be ready to go. Alright, so they have, yep, they meet the cap, here we go. Go over there, boot that guy, PG will pick their last two tanks, and then we will be a go. PG needs to pick two more tanks. So let's see, we have an AMX. Wait. Alright, and PG gets their first warning point for deselecting a tank. Alright guys, here we go. Game 1, PG1 versus CDR1. And PG1 already picking up their first warning point for deselecting a tank, so hopefully they stop doing stupid stuff like that. But here we go into the game. Alright, so let's make sure I did not screw this up. Let's see, AMX Chaffee, 2 Bulldogs. Okay. Okay, yep, I did not screw it up. I have 2 7 players, they all meet the caps. Yeah, nobody's breaching the autoloader cap, so let's go ahead and go aerial. So it looks like PG1 is taking a very mobile setup, only bringing, what, 1 IS-3 and 1 T-32, the rest lightweights in that 5100. So we're going to see these 3 lightweights moving to the middle with the AMX Chaffee. And it looks like CDR is going to try to meet them here, and CDR is taking a very heavy setup with 3 IS-3s and 1 110. The PG lights take a lot of hits going up, and I think CDR has the advantage right now. They've completely caught these lights out. DR Tactics is in a lot of trouble here. He's about to take a shot from an IS-3. He needs to get out of there. Takes one from the AMX Chaffee. Or no, from the Bulldog, my bad. Takes one from the IS-3. Another one from the Bulldog. He puts one more into the Bulldog. A very nice HE round, but he is now out of this game. And now we are looking at Brombo trying to put some flanking fire into the IS-3. D4No putting some great fire into CDR Seimei. Seimei's been pretty brutally beat up here by these light tanks, but he manages to take out Brombo. But it looks like CDR Fabio has fallen as well, along with, who is that? Fabio and Batty have fallen as well. And looks like Kaiser falls to the Bulldog. So there's now a 3-3. 3 heavy tanks on 3 heavy tanks and 1 light tank on 1 light tank. And it looks like, yep, PG's D4No, or Dano, has just gotten out of the middle. So now CDR1 controls the middle. So let's go ahead and do a hit point check. Hell is on nearly full health in the 110. CDR is on about 600 health in that IS-3. And Ares is on about 400 health in his IS-3. And let's see, Asmodeus is on about 1250 health in his IS-3. Crucial's on about 1300 health, maybe 1250. Stevo is probably on about 1100 health. And D4No's probably on about 300. So PG does have the hit point advantage here. So let's see if they're going to use that to their advantage. So, yep, we see some more fire going into Hell. He's trying to cover for his teammates. Aslan puts a great 400 roll into him. But now Stevo's ill is coming out, and that AMX 5100 takes a hit, but it doesn't matter. They have the HP advantage. Going to go ahead and push the CDR. Gets 2 bounces. It looks like Stevo's ill falls to Ares. And, oh, here comes that Bulldog. They have to be ready for this Bulldog. Bulldog is on a one-shot kill, but he could easily kill one of these guys very quickly. And it would also seem the Bulldog is not using the autoloader. That's a bit of an odd choice, because they're not breaching the autoloader cap. Maybe they forgot. I don't know. So, that was a pretty big scare for PG1. They could have easily lost that game. But it looks like they're going to go ahead and win. Dano is coming down here, puts 1 into him, nearly kills himself. And Asmodeus finishes off CDR Unguarded Khan. Pretty good play by PG. They were able to quickly readapt to the situation despite losing pretty much all their light tanks for little to no trade initially. But they managed to focus fire other targets, and because they did that, that's how they managed to win that game. Score is 1-0 PG. All right, I'll kick you and then. By the way, guys, I will hopefully be replying to you guys in chat if you talk to me. However, I am moderating the match as well, so my hands are pretty tied up right now. So, just an FYI for you guys. So many random players keep joining this game. No, get out of my life. Alright, so PG needs to pick one more tank, then CDR will get to pick 2. Alrighty. What is it? Winner picks first. Okay, I never knew that. So, okay. Damn it, I just kicked one of them. Fuck. Whoops. Alright, have a little bit of confusion there in the picking, but we have solved it. CDR will pick one more tank, and then PG will pick two more, and then, you know, the cycle continues. And sorry, Unguarded Khan, for kicking you on accident. All the plebs keep joining, and I accidentally kick you. And I keep putting on caps lock, because I'm horrible at typing. So let's see, it is. Alrighty. Just as another reminder, you guys, I am also moderating this match, so I don't know how much I'll be able to reply to you guys in chat, because I gotta talk to the guys in the Discord, the captains, so, yeah. Sorry if I probably gonna have to ignore you guys for a lot of this. 'Tis unfortunate, but I have to do it. Oh, who the hell just came in my party?
Guess. Take one guess and I'll tell you.
Who's in my party? Wait, what?
Ginger ale.
Oh yeah, this is connected to the, okay. What's up, Ginger?
You wanna play?
No, I'm streaming a WCT match right now. PG versus CDR.
Oh, okay. I'll leave.
Yeah.
I don't want to interrupt you.
Yeah, alright. Alright, see you, Ginger.
Sorry about that.
No, that's good. Alright, we are good to go. Alright, guys, here we go. Alright guys, here we go. Starting off on game 2. This time I'm with the CDR clan on the south spawn. So what do we see first game? First game we saw that CDR had a good initial push, but I feel like as they won the top of the map, they sort of forgot their middle of the map area, and that's where PG was able to win over a lot of their hit points, and that's how PG ended up winning that game, just by staying calm, basically sacrificing all their light tanks and letting their heavies do more of the work. It was a weird trade-off, but it surprisingly worked. I think there was probably a bit of luck involved, but we'll see how they play it this time. So PG is sending their lightweights this time up to the middle to go ahead and take some aggressive positions up there. And it looks like they're sending their AMX Chaffee Dano all the way over here. I imagine he's going to get to this side, but it looks like the 5100 from CDR has already figured out what's going on. It looks like Dano might have spotted him, so I think Dano's going to go ahead and fall back and try to stay away from that area. So let's see these setups. It looks like PG stick with their same setup of, okay, well they did take out one lightweight in favor for one more IS-3. And it looks like CDR changed their setup. They have a Charioteer this time, and it's a Tier 8 British tank destroyer with a Centurion 7.1 gun. Very excellent gun on that tank. But it has no armor, though. It is paper. Alright, so just some trading here. Fabio trades with Kaiser, and it looks like Fabio doesn't realize the lightweights are on his side. The lightweights put 2 good shots into Fabio. Fabio is now on lower health, and it looks like Dano got clipped out over there by the 5100, but looks like he emptied a clip into the 5100, so that's actually a pretty even trade in terms of hit points. However, you know, PG has lost a tank now. But it looks like, who is that? Yep, CDR Fabio did get taken out there because he lost all that early HP. And it looks like Crucial Crosshouse just peeking over a little bit too much. Took a few hits, and he did take a hit from this Charioteer back here. Look at this guy. This Charioteer is a very, very deadly tank. And actually, from the looks of it, he could be using a 20-pounder. But what's happening over here? PG is doing a full-on push. They have the overmatch. What is this? Yep, 5 tanks to 1, or 5 tanks to 3 here. They're going to go ahead and push up on the CDR heavies. They're focusing down lower health targets. Ares is in a lot of trouble here. He's being focused down by the 5100. 5100 takes him out. And now Brombo is being focused down by the CDR lights and 5100. But now Hell is on very low health. Oh, see a little bit of friendly fire there. And the Charioteer takes out Crucial. He is using the 105. That big 414 alpha damage roll there. And it looks like CBR Philo manages just to bite the dust there at the end. So who do we have left here? We have the Charioteer, Unguarded Khan, and we have Tautos 55 in that AMX 5100. The Charioteer is a fast tank, but it cannot outrun lightweights in 5100s. There you go. He's now out in the open. He takes a big hit from one of the IS-3s. Takes one from Brombo. I think we're going to see a ram here. Brombo rams the Charioteer. That just shows you how light the Charioteer is. Brombo only took 200 health damage in return from a full-speed ram on a Tier 8 tank destroyer. That Charioteer is very light. It is, if I'm not mistaken, a Cromwell chassis. Oh, yep, there we go. Tactics falls, but with a fantastic ram on Philo. A pretty good game by PG. They managed to pick that one up pretty decisively. And it is now 2-0. Alright, and it looks like our next map will be Steps. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and make our way over to Steps. So what do I feel like is going on right now? I feel like PG are just doing what they do best. They're playing aggressively, and really PG, the way they win these matches is I think they just have they probably just have better map knowledge. I mean, they've been sending tanks places that not a lot of other teams would. CDR though is pretty much doing the same thing, so it's a pretty even matchup, I'd say, in terms of map knowledge. But I feel like PG is keeping their tanks closer together, and also because PG has that great map knowledge I was talking about, they know where to place tanks, so that if there's a potential overmatch, they can immediately push with a overwhelming amount of tanks. And that's what we saw in Mines in that second round, because PG won that round very decisively compared to the first round where they split up their tanks a little bit too much and their light tanks got overwhelmed early on. You know, that the round 2 was completely different. PG kept their tanks relatively close together where they could all pretty much support each other except for Dano and that Chaffee, and it worked out pretty well for them. So now we got our match here on Steps. Steps is a pretty interesting map. You can play this with varying different setups. You can do light setups and heavy tank setups, and both of them can work extremely well. So let's see how this goes. Why are you plebs join? Get out of my lobby. Out. Out. Alright. Did CDR just unselect a tank? Did not see that. Hopefully they didn't. I don't think they did. Unless they... Didn't they have 2 IS-3s? I don't know. Both these teams are honest in the Discord chat, so if one of them changed, they'll tell me. Because PG already told me they've changed one before. That's how they got their first warning point. So if they bring it up, then I'll see. Yep. All right, PG has to pick now. One more tank, and then we'll switch it over to CDR for their choice. All right, back over to CDR. All right. One thing I do appreciate about CDR is they really do choose their tanks pretty quickly. Look at that, they're already done. CDR and GN Squad and a few others corrupt as well. I haven't had any issues with them in tank choosing. That's one nice thing about playing with, more experienced teams. PG had a little hiccup in the beginning, but they're doing pretty well this game in terms of tank picking. Oh, okay. Out. Alright, PG has to choose one more tank, and it looks like PG's going to go ahead and go for that heavy setup. We see that 110 coming in a lot more into the competitive landscape due to its very well-angled frontal armor. If you can hide the lower plate, that truly is a hold-down tank. It is near impossible to take out hold-down, besides the big cupolas. But obviously, if you're at a little bit of a distance, they're very hard to hit. And if you're trying to shoot at that upper plate, you really do not have a chance of pinning it. Unless you use some very high penetration premium ammo, in which case you should just shoot at the turret instead. But, sort of a hit miss. 3 and 3. Yep. Alright, PG will choose their last 2 tanks here. So far, they have all tier 8, so they'll either need to pick 2 tier 7s. Yep, LTTB, and I'm expecting either another LTTB or a Bulldog. But we'll see. Yep, 2 LTTBs, so PG is now ready. We'll switch it over to CDR, who needs to choose just one more tank. And that will have to be a, yep, they got it, Bulldog, Bulldog. Alright, boys, we are ready to go. This is game 3 here on PG versus CDR1. Alright. Might be able to talk back to you guys a little bit here. Might be delayed or whatever. Oh well. Alright, so what do we see here? We see CDR choosing to take their usual 2 M41 Walker Bulldogs, 1 T54 lightweight, 2 IS-3s, a 110, and a T32. And it looks like PG is taking 1 110, 1 T32, 3 IS-3s, and an LTTB. So CDR has a little bit more mobility than PG, but PG has a little bit more hit points. So let's see how much that's going to play out for them. What I actually need to see here is how many hit points do these, so the LTTBs have 40 more hit points than the Bulldogs, and the LTTBs actually have a lot of armor for light tanks, so I want to see how these are going to be played. It's going to be interesting. Alright, so taking it aerial again, CDR Seimei is in the middle of the map, trying to get some early spots, trying to decipher where the PG guys are going to go ahead and go. Tactics doing the same, but he does get spotted by Tactics, and he takes a hit from what I believe to be a low roll from a 110 or a T32. Or a very high roll from the LTTB. I don't know. I don't know who shot that one off. So we have Brombo on the other side watching out. and Philo is on the left side as well. Right now, CDR's tanks are pretty spread apart, and that could be an issue if they don't regroup soon. And we have Unguarded Khan back here trying to get some spots. The problem with his position is he can run up here, but it will take him a while to get there due to terrain resistance. So right now, the PG heavies are going to go ahead and do their 8 and 9 line push. We have the 110s and the IS-3s moving up. The T-32 staying a little bit out in the back, but Crucial, once again, poking out where he shouldn't, takes a hit from one of the T-32s for 320, an exact average roll. And now the PG LTTBs have got together, and I don't think Seimei knows they're here. I think he's about to know they're here. Yep, he figured it out. He bounces one off one of the LTTBs, but it looks like the lightweight, or no, the other Bulldog is here. So we're going to see Bulldogs versus LTTBs. The LTTBs are going to have to focus fire very well here. If they don't do that, they're going to die quickly. Yep, so we're seeing some fire. CDR, Seimei falls, but Tactics is in a lot of trouble right now. Hopefully he can block a shot, but he takes one from the Bulldog and gets taken out, and Brombo gets taken out. Those LTTBs are good, but on light tank versus light tank battles, the Bulldog honestly cannot be beat unless you miss a lot of those autoloader rounds. With the Bulldog, you have a lot of room to breathe if you miss those rounds. So the light tanks are out of this match for the PG guys. All they have left is heavies, so let's see how they're trading. The CDR heavies did a really good thing here, and they regrouped back up again, because right now, PG does have an overmatch on them still, but I don't think the hit point overmatch is enough here. Kaiser takes a hit from Tautus. Hell is on about 60% health. It looks like Ultra's taking one hit from maybe a T-32 or a low roll from an IS-3. He puts one into Asmo, and uh-oh, what is this? The light tanks are on the cap. Excellent strategy by CDR, putting those light tanks on the cap, but it looks like PG knew that would happen, so they have Crucial over here to put some shots into these guys. Now, Crucial could fire some HE at these guys because the lightweight, well, the Bulldog has little to no armor, but instead he's using AP, puts one into Philo for that reset there. Distortion takes out Tautus, and there we go. CDR Helpers falls, but then Steve-O is ill falls, and we see a push here. They have the overmatch here, but once they kill this guy, they'll have to deal with another IS-3. Ultra takes a shot, and Ultra falls, and Unguarded Khan falls in the cap. So CDR had a good idea, but once again, it's PG being able to think a lot in hindsight about what will happen and how the game will unfold, and they knew those light tanks were going to go attack the cap. So what did they do? They put Crucial over here to reset the cap. He might die now, but he definitely saved this game. And he is on a one-shot kill. If he misses his next shot, he will lose. All right, there you go. He takes out Philo. Pretty good battle over there. And now we have an overmatch over here on CDR Fabio, who's about to take his last shot from one of the IS-3s. Oh, he takes out Distortion. Lol. And Kaiser von Kureg finishes him off. That was a really close game there. CDR has very good strategies, but the one thing PG is very good at is adapting to other people's strategies. That's the one thing they can really do, and I know that from first-hand experience. So it's very hard to play PG for that reason, because they will endlessly adapt to strategies. Leave my lobby, you scrubs. Just leave it. Alright. Alright, PG will choose first. Alright, guys, so CDR isn't doing so hot. They've had some very good strategies, and I honestly feel like if they weren't playing a team as experienced as PG right now, they would be doing probably better, if not winning, because they've had some moments where a normal team would panic, where they would have an overmatch, or for instance, the first game on Mines is a perfect example where PG basically lost all their lights for little to no trade on the hill. But PG, just rethought it real quick and attacked the tanks that were trying to get up onto the hill, and because they did that, they were able to even out the hit points pretty well. Just things like that. Just being able to adapt very quickly to the changing situations is what a lot of teams just don't have yet. And that comes down to individual player experience and having a very experienced caller, which I can say from being in PG, a lot of PG players, even who aren't, official callers, could easily be, our main callers. So PG just has a lot of experience on their side, which, helps us out. But a clan like CDR, they've been the up and coming clan, or one of the up and coming clans in this tournament. We talk about them at PG because they've really, for a team that we've never heard of, they've really impressed. And the Pan clan is another clan as well that we look out for potential, competition because, like the Pan clan, for instance, nobody's ever heard of them, but their tactics are excellent. And while their player skill, in my opinion, isn't the best, like isn't quite at the level of a clan like PG or TNG, their tactics are very solid and solid enough to the point where that can compensate for a little bit of inexperience in the competitive landscape. And I would say the same for CDR. Their strategies are pretty good. My God, dude, these people, they get kicked. I guess that's an invite to come back in. All right, here we go. Round 4. Yep, we got Bulldog on Bulldog, LTB, autoloader cap. We're all good. All right, let's go ahead and start this up. Alright, guys. Here we go, moving it into steps. For round 4. Alright, here we go. So we have the CDR clan this time on the north spawn. So let's see their loadout. Their loadout seems to be the exact same. 2 Bulldogs, 2 IS-3s, 1 lightweight, 1 T-32, 1 110. PG is choosing to exchange the T-32 for a Pershing this time. So this time Crucial is in that Pershing. So let's see how he's going to do that. And it looks like immediately here we have an overmatch. Unguarded Khan is very out of place right now. And he could easily be shot at, but it looks like he managed to get out of there just in time before the PG guys got up on this ridge and started being able to put some fire into him. So it looks like CDR knows exactly where PG is coming from now. Yeah, so CDR Khan's going to go ahead and cross over the tracks. I feel like that's a good, safe choice. In case he needs to run even more, he can use the tracks as cover. And it looks like both teams are just about to switch sides. Interesting choice for CDR not to defend their side. They have a lot of terrain to go hold down in over here. Not to mention they have the railroad tracks on their side they can use as a spot for their T-32 and Bulldog. So, interesting choice. It looks like CDR might just be going for a full-on rush cap. That would be interesting. But PG will need to do the same very quickly, though. And we have to remember the draw rules in this tournament are pretty stringent. If the game draws, both teams redo the round initially, and then if it draws again, if I'm not mistaken, both teams are disqualified. So, gotta be careful with that. So it looks like PG is not realizing what's happening, and they're trying to decide on what to do. The Bulldog and the Lightweight looks like they're going to go ahead and stay back and try and defend the base a little bit. But really, PG needs to put some players on the cap. This is very risky what they're doing, because if CDR throws all those, if they throw 5 tanks on the cap, it's going to be over. Yep, there you go, PG. Now you're doing the right thing. Kaiser goes ahead and gets on the cap, puts some pressure on, but he needs to get. They need more players on the cap. It is an all-out cap rush by CDR right now. So now they have 3 players on that cap, and now CDR only has 30 seconds to respond about what to do here. Crucial Crossout is in the middle and is purging, putting some shots into the CDR lights. The CDR lights are trying to come in for some cap reset, but the heavies from PG are keeping watch out, being sure they don't get through. Yep, and look at that. Villa has fallen. Asmodeus in that 5100 coming around at the perfect time. Puts one into the Bulldog, tracks the Bulldog. There you go. That was the deciding factor. And he's going to come in for a ram, and he takes him out. Excellent play by PG. They read CDR strategy very well, and they decided to push on that cap. Yeah, I felt like PG just played that one better. So PG, they win 4-0 against CDR. And our next game will be in, let's see, what time is it? 1:40. My next game will be, I think, the 2:30. Yeah, my next game will be in about 50 minutes, so you guys can be there for that. It'll be Corrupt versus Enemy. Enemy is a pretty good up-and-coming clan, and Corrupt is a very good clan as well. So, I'm looking forward to that. That'll be in about 50 minutes, guys. And hopefully you guys come along to watch that. Thank you very much for coming along to watch this rather short stream. This was only 40 minutes long. But I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, consider following the channel, subscribe to me on YouTube, do whatever you want to do. And hopefully you guys have a nice day, morning, night, and I will see you guys soon. Peace.